There has been a metric shit ton of allegations about President Trump's Russia connections. Voters, the media, Congress, and U.S. intelligence agencies want to know if Russia hacked our election. Were members of Trump's inner circle in contact with Russian agents prior to the election? Is Trump a Russian puppet? And how do you get a Russian prostitute's urine stain out of your Make America Great Again hat? I am asking that one for a friend. It is time to be less stupid. President Trump has categorically denied allegations that he has anything to do with Russia.
I have no dealings with Russia. I have no deals in Russia. I have no deals that could happen in Russia.
Is this possible? Could this be the only thing that Trump has not lied about? If Trump has nothing to do with Russia, this show should be over. Oh, I'm being told there's about 12 more minutes. And here comes the animation. In 2004, Donald Trump bought this Palm Beach, Florida mansion for $41 million. In 2008, he sold it to Dmitry Robolev for $95 million. Dmitry is a Russian billionaire who spent 11 months in a Russian prison for ordering the murder of a business partner. In 2007, Trump licensed his name to a company to sell Trump brand vodka in Russia. That was the actual commercial that ran on Russian TV. All they sold, though, was about 8,000 cases. The license for the deal was not renewed, and the lesson, of course, is that, yes, Russians will try vodka flavored with pineapple, but they absolutely draw the line at vodka flavored with Cheetos and hairspray. In 2013, Trump licensed his name again to the Silk Road Group, which, despite its name, does not wax vaginas. It's a Russian private investment company who would build 2 Trump Towers in Russia. Here, Trump is seen with the president of Georgia and was forced to do a lot of the digging when they broke ground, because Russia kicked out their Mexicans too. That's a joke. In fact, construction has not begun and the projects are dead. Trump's first brush with Russia was in 1998 during a visit to New York by then-President Mikhail Gorbachev, who stopped his limo in front of Trump Tower. When he discovered the commotion, Trump came down to fawn all over the Russian president.
Mr. Trump is coming now. Mr. Trump,
how are you? Great honor.
He's just come down very briefly. We were on our way. He wanted a couple of minutes.
I like your tie.
You
like my tie.
Right color.
Great honor.
Thank you. Nice.
I hope we didn't disturb your schedule.
No, it was beautiful, and I heard, and I couldn't have been happier.
Very good.
I couldn't have been happier.
Good.
Later, Trump was told that he was the victim of a prank and that the guy was actually a Gorbachev lookalike. That is a true story that actually happened. He got fooled again a few days later when he thought he saw former Russian President Nikita Khrushchev buying a New York City street pretzel. Turns out it was just Ed Asner. Plus, at the time, Khrushchev had been dead for 20 years. Over the years, Donald Trump has registered many Trump copyright and trademarks in Russia, including the names Trump Tower, Trump International Hotel and Tower, Trump Home, and even the Trump family crest, which if you look closely at, you can see that even the lion has tiny hands. In 2013, the FBI arrested Anatoly Golubchik, an alleged Russian mobster. He was charged with running a multi-million-dollar illegal gambling ring, the headquarters of which were located inside New York City's Trump Tower, which I'm being told is actually owned by President Donald J. Trump. The gambling ring was being run on the 51st floor, which you might think probably isn't a big deal. Trump Tower probably has a lot of floors, except the 51st floor headquarters of the multi-million-dollar FBI-rated international gambling ring was just 1 floor below the 52nd floor, a residence owned by Donald Trump. Also indicted in this gambling ring was Alimshan Toktokonov, a Russian mobster who was alleged to have run the entire criminal operation from Russia. While Golubchik served time in jail, this guy has not, because the US and Russia do not have an extradition treaty in place. So As a consolation prize, he was added to the FBI's 10 most wanted list and ordered to stay away from Olive Garden's all-you-can-eat buffet in Moscow. But that is not the end of Trump's relationship with that guy. Just wait. In 2013, Donald Trump brought the Miss Universe pageant to Moscow. His partner was Aris Agalarov, a billionaire Russian real estate mogul who owned the arena where the pageant took place. Here's a picture of Aris Agalarov with Russian President Vladimir Putin. At Miss Universe, Agalarov announced that he and Trump had forged a deal to build, you guessed it, a Trump Tower in Moscow. It didn't happen, the deal is dead, and there is no building. Now, there's Agalarov's son, Eamon. Eamon is a wannabe international music star, who, surprise, surprise, also performed at the Miss Universe pageant.
We can keep tonight going, but we'll still be falling apart. In another life, we would be together. This will last forever. Maybe not this time, but I'll find you again.
You've seen Justin Timberlake, right? Eamon is known as not Russia's Justin Timberlake. Oh, and showing up on the red carpet that night, Alimshan Toktakonov, the Russian mobster charged by federal prosecutors in 2013 with being the mastermind behind the Trump Tower gambling ring. See, I told you that guy was going to show up again, and he did. Back to Eamon. Later in 2013, Eamon released a video of his song In Another Life, in which Donald Trump makes a cameo.
We can do it over. I will hold you closer. Maybe not this time, but I'll find you again.
Emin, wake up. Come on. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Emin? Emin, let's get with it. You're always late. You're just another pretty face. I'm really tired of you. You're fired.
Trump did not grab that woman's pussy, says his 75 lawyers. Then in 2016, Trump sent Eamon a happy 35th birthday message.
Emin, I can't believe you're turning 35. You're getting older all the time. But you're a winner, you're a champ, you're great at real estate, and boy, can you entertain. Happy 35th birthday.
So, Trump appears in a cheesy music video, sends a kid a birthday wish. Ask yourself, are those things that you think Donald Trump does because he has a big heart, because he loves international pop music, or because he wants to give a break to the musically gifted but horribly disadvantaged son of the world's 156th richest man, a boy really, a peasant, who really just is trying to scratch out a living in the music business? Or are those things that a billionaire must do if someone has video of them getting peed on by a prostitute? Or if he owes them a whole bunch of money? Or if he's been implicated in some kind of crime, alleged crime, but implicated nonetheless? But wait, there is more, a whole lot more. Donald Trump has a long, complicated business relationship with a huge international investment group called Bayrock that is allegedly financed by Russian oligarchs and people connected to or part of the Russian mob. Hashtag bad hombres. Over the years, Trump and Bayrock did several deals in which Trump would license his name and Bayrock would finance hotels that Trump's company would then manage. Trump's dealings with Bayrock are a huge fucking disaster. There's been a whole bunch of lawsuits. The Bayrock partners had to return millions of dollars to prospective buyers, buildings were foreclosed upon, and Trump had to give at least one deposition.
How many leases like this have you reviewed in your career?
Signed or reviewed?
Reviewed.
Not too many. I signed hundreds. Much more than that. But I don't generally review them. I have somebody that, whether it's an executive or in this case, one of my children, I rely on people to do these things.
A different 2016 lawsuit alleges that Bayrock laundered $250 million for corrupt Russian officials, and that President Trump is alleged to have participated in that scheme. Oh, and one of Trump's partners in Bayrock, a former Russian named Felix Sater, spent 9 months in a U.S. jail for stabbing a guy in the face with the stem of a broken margarita glass. the victim needed about 100 stitches. Plus, Trump's partner, the former Russian Margarita Glass dude, he was also an FBI informant on cases of stock fraud and the mob. In Azerbaijan, the father of one of Trump's partners in a totally different real estate investment company is suspected by U.S. authorities of laundering money for Iran's military, and he's been called, quote, notoriously corrupt. But wait, there is still even a whole lot more. In 1996, Trump partnered with executives from American cigarette companies to build condominiums in Moscow. That deal fell apart. In 1997, Trump financed a Russian artist's $40 million statue of Christopher Columbus that is 45 feet taller than the Statue of Liberty. Trump wanted the statue to go on the Hudson River within earshot of the actual Statue of Liberty. At the time, the New York mayor said absolutely not, and now it's hidden away somewhere in Puerto Rico. Later in the 90s, more than 60 apartments in Manhattan's Trump World Tower near the United Nations were bought by Russians looking for real estate investments. A near equal number of apartments were bought by Russians at Trump's properties in Florida. In 2007, Trump hosted a wedding for the daughter of a Russian billionaire who at the time was living in the US and listed as the 246th richest man in America. In 2008, Donald Trump Jr. told a group of investors that he had personally been to Russia 6 times in the last 18 months to look for business opportunities. One of Trump's advisors during the US election was hired in the year 2000 by a Russian media group to improve Vladimir Putin's image in the United States. In 2010, Trump hosted an event at Mar-a-Lago for the president of Russia's state-sponsored TV network. That guy is an advisor to Vladimir Putin. During the campaign for president, Trump was counseled on foreign affairs by the head of the Russian-American Chamber of Commerce, alleged to be a front for Russian intelligence gathering. And if none of that convinces you about Trump's relationships with Russia, perhaps this photo of Trump in an actual Russian hat will be the thing that changes your mind. Let me close by saying that I want to give proper credit to the many reporters and news outlets that did much of the original reporting of all of this material. I'll put the links to their stories on our website at factbox.tv. In this new era of uncertainty, I think it behooves each of us to be more diligent, to ask more questions, to demand more answers, and to be more active and to contribute what we can to the widespreading, I just said widespread. Anyway, we need to all do what we can to contribute to the dissemination of facts. My contribution today, I have a TV studio in my garage, so I chose to present the facts in a way that, hopefully, you got this far into the video to hear me say this part about me presenting the facts. That is it for this episode of Be Less Stupid. You can see the nearly 40 other episodes at our website, factbox.tv. It's our streaming service featuring more than 50 hours of factual entertainment series, all 100% produced by me, 100% independently produced, and 100% factual. Anyway, I will see you next time on Be Less Stupid.